Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We are ready for one final tune-up before the regular season begins. And off we go here from Mile High. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Ready? Here we go, set! Liking 18!
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Ready?
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Back to the air once more on second down. And that one incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
70, left 19.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That pass play good for 22. First down, Broncos.
On the jump.
Now hand up, that's Harvey, running left. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Second and 5. Again, it's Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Seventh play of this opening drive. And here's third down. On the carry, it's Pierce. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down, but didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on third.
Pierce will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
So you know the old saying, Mike, the games don't count, but they matter. And these are the kind of things that really matter. Efficiency, in and out of the huddle, really work the offense and the process. And that's exactly what we saw.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Look at him go. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings them right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Williams going to throw on the first play. This one taken in by Odunze. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion, it's Odunze. On 2nd down, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll return it from now on hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. And special teams changes the momentum. Right after a 3-and-out, you think you're getting the ball back instead. Not just a turnover, Greg, but a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, and you can just see their body language. The wind has come out of their sails. The offense is fired up. Great job, defense. You force a 3-and-out, and you got your helmet on. You think you're about to take the field and get a possession. Next thing you know, disaster strikes. Not only the turnover, Mike, the scoop score, and they take it back for 6.
Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Room to run at the 40. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. A run with the former Buckeye, Quinshon Judkins. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get back to Quinshon Judkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Westy!
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Here's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Second and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. On the ground, Judkins. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll motion a tight end right. They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, getting the job done on fourth, and now it's first and goal.
We could go back and forth about the play call, Mike, but what we can't argue about is the result of the play. I think that run caught them a little bit off guard. I mean, I think it caught us off guard. But that surprise is what gave them just enough space to convert on that fourth down.
With the fullback trying to power it home. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jeremy Ruckert. Touchdown, Bears. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use them than down here on the goal line.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Whoa. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Come on, ready.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. Not much happening there, just a short game. From the 23, here's second down and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
3rd down and 9.
Here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Arian Smith. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So it's 4th down, hunting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Burden, the man on the move. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. That one incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Third down and 9. Throwing is Williams. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He'll take this in back at the 16. Oh, looked like he was at a seam for a moment. It was taken down after a solid return. On the handoff, running left is Harvey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
2nd and inches. Here's a give to Pierce. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
70 rings for 72.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The Bears have it. A big effort for the defense to come up not only with the fumble, but a very good return. And the offense, Greg, is in business. It's 1st and goal.
Great awareness, Mike, by the defender. Not only to secure the recovery, but then to turn into a runner. Thought he was going to score for a minute, but either way, his offense now is in prime position, 1st and goal, hoping to capitalize.
To throw is Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Williams. He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Chicago. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This returnable from the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback.
The throw here is complete, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. A big-time play for the Broncos. 45 yards. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Come on, 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Hit as as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
19, Charger, 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's fourth down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. Down the sideline. And he's out of bounds. Markham down right at the 10-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 55 yards on the game. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Burden, the man on the move. They'll run. It's Hall. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. On the draw is Judkins. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Bears. York now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Off he goes. And he'll get forward. Give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Third down, they need 5.
Let's go now. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick 6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
York, good on the extra point. And the Bears tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this out to the 23. Jervon Dexter there on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He gets free. Still going. And he is gone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
York, good on the extra point. And the Bears will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Ready, ready. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
19, go.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, And that catch gets him a first down.
Ready.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now let's check on the flag. So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Now, faking the give. Got it open downfield on the crossing route. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, ready.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you've got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This about as short as you can get. Carty's kick is good. And the Broncos cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. option. Here's Paul. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Third and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Williams. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 13 on that screen play and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
In motion comes Walker. Quickly, he hits Loveland on the RPO. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield, even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Judkins going to get it on the zone read.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Zach Allen in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. Williams. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's into the end zone. Brees Hall. Touchdown, Chicago. That his second touchdown tonight. Now it's York for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears are going to extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that ball. Whoa! And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and a yard. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll give it here to Judkins. There he goes. inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick hitting slant there. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 31, here's second and a couple. On the handoff, this is Pierce. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now give on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 38 now, here's second down and 9. Quick throw, that's complete on the slant. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. A throw right side is intercepted. Big by Malachi starts. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
From the gun, a give to Judkins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
3rd down and 9. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give now to Judkins on the zone read. Good blocking to the 15. And he will score again. Touchdown, Chicago. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. Has an opening past the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They hand it off to Pierce. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Give up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He'll get this out to the left route. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. A run up the middle with Pierce. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this was a win for the visiting Bears. Finish off the preseason unbeaten, and they are ready for the regular season, which will kick off in 2 weeks' time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.